let's talk about tipping and thinking about tip percentage. This varies wildly depending on who you talk to, but generally people say like 15% is a good tip if you're out and about, but people tip a wide variety of percentages. So let's figure out working backwards. So sometimes people will go to a restaurant and just say, my bill is this, I'm just going to tip $5 or $10, and they don't really worry about the percentage. So let's say we are there. So the bill at the restaurant was $42.67, and the tip was $10.27. That was the tip that was given. What was the tip percentage? And let's round to the nearest whole percent. All right, so let's think about this. In general, let's kind of back up. If we would take the tip percentage and multiply by the amount of the bill, that would give us the amount of tip, right? So if people want to tip 15%, they would take 50% times the bill, and that would tell them how much to tip. So great, let's think about it now in terms of our problem. We don't know the tip percentage, so we'll just call that T. So T times the bill, and the bill was $42.67, equals the amount of tip, $10.27. Now we are solving an equation, and we have multiplication on the left side. The opposite of multiplication is division. So I want to divide both sides by $42.67. Ooh, there we go. Oh my gosh, that is not the same. $42.67. Phew, there we go. So on the left side, our 42/67s cancel out. I'm left with T. And on the right side, I get a decimal of 0.24068. That is a decimal. Remember that we are being asked for the tip percentage. So to change a decimal to a percent, we multiply by 100, or we move the decimal 2 places. So our tip percentage is 24.068%. And don't forget, our directions say round to the nearest whole percent. So I look at the 1 place past. 0 tells me to round down. So our tip percentage is 24%. All right, let's do one more. You like to leave cash for a tip when you go out to eat. The last time you were out, your bill was $18.92, and you left a $5 tip. What was your tip percentage? Round to the nearest 1/10 of a percent. All right, so again, let's just refresh. Tip percentage times the bill gives us the amount of tip. Just keep that in mind. So we're trying to find the tip percentage. So T times my bill of $18.92 equals a $5 tip. Again, we are solving an equation. So let's divide both sides by the $18.92 because this will get my variable T by itself. So T equals 0.2642. Again, to change a decimal to a percent, we're going to move our decimal 2 places. So T equals 26.42%. We're going to round to the nearest 1/10 of a percent. So if we're rounding to the 1/10, we look 1 place past. 2 tells us to round down. And so our tip percentage is 26.4%. These are some nice tips here in these examples. So given a bill and a tip amount, you can now find the tip percentage.